Hey guys, I am back with another YouTube video, and today's topic will be 10 tips for college students. A couple of them will be before you come to college, and most of them will be during college, dealing with classes, getting involved, and other things. So hope you enjoy. So the first tip will have to be to ask yourself, why am I going to college, or why did I choose to go to college? Because a lot of people don't really know why they're going to college. They just feel as though that those are the paths that people usually follow right after high school. But to be honest, I think people should ask themselves that question, because you don't want to just go to college not knowing what you want to do or where you want to go, and then you're stuck in college paying money when in reality you don't know why you want to go. Also, you should want to go to college for the right reasons, to get a degree and then do something better than just get that college degree, or start a career once you get that college degree. And I think that's like a big mistake people make before going to college, is just choosing college because all their friends are going, or because they think it's the right thing to do, instead of having goals and mindset of what to do in college and how to get involved and just do different things while in college. So please first ask yourself, why am I going to college? Why did you choose college? Tip number 2 will have to be to learn how financial aid works. I wish knowing or coming into college, I knew how it works. Being a first generation college student, it was really hard because my first year, I knew nothing about financial aid. I literally did everything by myself. And sometimes some financial aids at different schools don't help you as much as you want to, especially if you don't know anything, like you don't know how to do FAFSA, you don't know how to do scholarships, grants, any loans you have to take out. So please learn how financial aid works. Know all the ways that a school can help you financially if you're not stable financially. It's really difficult for some students their first year, and some people leave their first year because they can't financially actually go to the school and afford it. So I would say go to financial aid, always ask questions. 3 will have to be, if you can, your first year, both semesters, take an extra class. So I know coming into Marymount, my first semester, my advisor had me only 12 credits, which is like just enough to make you a full-time student, which 12 credits is usually 4 classes. And I took the initiative to add another class to make it 15 credits, so that, just in case. And honestly, I didn't know anything about it. I just wanted to take an extra class because my classes, I was doing really well and it was kind of easy. So I was like, let me just try to add another class. But I know people who take their first year 12 credits both semesters, which is just the bare minimum, and sometimes are not classified as a sophomore going into their second year of college. So they're kind of a little bit behind. So my first semester I took 15 credits, which were 5 classes, and then my second semester I already took 6 classes, which was 17 credits because I had a lab, so it was only 1 credit. Yeah, long story short. But if you can, please take the initiative to go to your advisor, and even if it's like an easy class, like a liberal arts core class or something that everyone at your school has to take to graduate. So tip number 4 would be to learn how to prioritize things while in college, because I know sometimes it's hard when you're trying to get involved but also do classes, especially as a freshman, because you don't know how things work yet. So you're trying in the middle of trying to hang out with your friends, get involved, but also get good grades at the same time. I know for me, it helped me to make a planner, know all the time where I was going to be, like what classes I was going to be. Also, if you get involved, like set time out for those things. So if you're like in a club, or you decide to become like a president or vice president, secretary of a club, when you have time for this. And if you have like a heavy major class semester, I would recommend to try and do least things, like the least amount of things of getting involved, because it's kind of hard. Like I know this past semester, it was my junior year, I had taken organic chemistry, the lab, physics, the lab, animal virology, and it was more of major class based, so it was kind of hard for me to do that while getting involved. It's kind of too much for me, and I was at fault for that. So please, like, just try to prioritize different things and know when it's time to just get away from all that stuff because you're falling kind of behind in school. So The next tip is to go see your professors. Like, so Marymount, I go to a small school. I think it's like 18-to-1 ratio, 18 students, 1 professor, something around those lines. But it's really small. It's a really small school. So honestly, it was kind of easy for me to already build relationships with my professors, especially my major ones, because I'm obviously going to see them or talk to them, see them around campus in the same building all 4 years. So it's kind of easy for me to do that. But even people that go to bigger schools, go to your professors, go to their times when they're in the office, talk to them after class, introduce yourself. I know, like, my second semester, I was comfortable with doing that, with introducing myself to my professors, right? Like the first day or the first week of class. So this next tip might get everybody a little, you know, a little crazy. But the next tip is turn off your cell phone, social media, or just put them on silent while in class. Like, just put it down. Like, a class, I know classes at Marymount are an hour and 15 minutes. Sometimes the labs might be 2 hours, 3 hours, sometimes even 50 minutes, depending on which class it is. But please try to put your cell phone down. I don't know how many times I've been in the class and I sit in the front where I look behind me and everyone's either on their laptops, on their cell phones, not paying attention. There's a lot of people who are taking notes, but the majority of the people are not doing what they're supposed to be. And obviously, you know, people on Netflix watching stuff, people are shopping, looking up stuff because they're bored. But I think people are bored because they don't take the time to put themselves in that position to learn in that class, or they feel as though it's a core class, so let me not just put my all into it because of something, like it's not my major class, so it doesn't really matter. But I think people need to stop thinking like that and just really actually learn in the class, because that's what you are there for. Especially some classes where you, for example, a professor might have like open notebook tests, open notebook finals, anything that's open note, people will feel the need to not actually learn in class because they can just write notes. Or if a professor has the PowerPoints online, they're like, well, I don't need to really pay attention to class. But that's really wrong. I feel like you need to take the time. And you are in class, like you're paying for that class. Put your phone down or laptop off for an hour and 15 minutes, sometimes less. Like, just put it down. So my next tip is to deal with disappointment. I don't know how many times my friends and I have complained about different things that don't go the way we want to, or we don't get the grades we want to in classes since I've been here. You know, this past year, like my junior year, was really rough and stressful for me. I did not get the grades I wanted this past semester, but, you know, I'm not gonna let that get me down or say like, oh, now I don't want to finish college. Like, no, I will let that stay there and then move up from there. Like, I know bigger and better things are coming for me, so just don't let a disappointment turn you down or get you down for life. Like, it's college, move on. There's a lot of good things coming your way anyway. You know, don't let that put you down into a spot where you don't want to be in. You know, there's so many things. Just know always your limit. So my next tip is to stay away from popularity. Like, my freshman year, I really did want it to be in the popular squad. You know, like with different people that were popular, or I seen that were seen popular, you know. But to be honest, it didn't work out that way. Like, growing up, or as the years go by, like I still have this same 4 to 5 group of friends. And then once I joined my sorority, then obviously I got more sisters and more friends that I would hang out with. But to be honest, don't chase anything that's not for you. If you have to chase something and change yourself to be in a friend group, then that's not a friend group. You know, be true to yourself, because I know a lot of people who fall out or are upset because they're not in a friend group that used to be freshman year. But I'm not friends with people who I was friends with freshman year. And life goes on. Like, you don't have to cry about it. Like, move on. The friends you have until your senior year will be your friends after you graduate, and more than that. You know, like, join a club that actually interests you, or join something that actually interests you, because then you'll find friends that have the same motivation, ambition, goals just like you. And then that will be good for you. Like, you'll keep on going with those friends forever. So the 9th tip is to get help if you need help. Get help if you need help. That Now this pertains to like, if you need help in a class, go to tutor. So some schools have tutoring that's free, others don't. But even if you find a person in your class that's, you know, is doing good or understands the stuff, talk to them. If you need help, why not ask for help? Freshman year, in English class, I didn't write so well, so I went to a tutor, and you know, they helped me with my writing skills. And here I am trying to do better in my writing skills. But get help also means like, if you're feeling down, you're feeling lonely, please go to a counseling center, talk to a friend, talk to a staff member, or even a professor that you have a good relationship with, or you know you can trust, and just tell them how you feel. I know at Marymount we offer free counseling, I think once a week or like 14 sessions a semester, which is really good for free. So please get help if you need it. Help can also mean like, if you're not feeling yourself, like you're not eating well, different things. If you feel like you're too much on yourself or you're too hard, try to have fun with your friends, you know. Especially during finals, midterms week, things can get really stressful, or when you're feeling homesick. I go to school in Virginia and I'm from New Jersey, so my first 2 months here at Marymount was really stressful and I was really homesick, but with friends, professors, and staff members, I really got close to Marymount and I felt at home here. So like, and my last tip is to have fun. Like, just have fun in college. Like, there's a time for you to study your butt off for a week for this big test that you have, but then that weekend, like, you don't have any tests. Like, just have fun, go out with your friends. Don't be that person that's always in the house or always in your dorm room trying to study. Like, everyone needs a break. And I think I learned that my second year in college when I started getting involved, that there is time for fun, and I can make time for fun. If I can make time to study for a week for one test or two tests, I can sure enough make time on Friday or Saturday to hang out with my friends. And this doesn't have to be like fun, like clubs, like always clubbing, going out to drink. It doesn't have to be all that. It can be having a game night with your friends, going out to like a place that's that has amusement parks, or like I'm close to DC, so like museums, monuments, something that's free, you can hang out. If that means just taking pictures with your friends, videotaping stuff, like do what makes you happy and have fun. Like that, I cannot express that enough. So yeah. I actually really enjoyed making this video because I feel like before I came to college, I was so scared. Like, I did not know what to do. I didn't know how to feel. Like, unfortunately, my parents didn't go to college, so I was like the first person to go to college in my immediate family, and I was a little bit scared. Like, thank God that I met my roommate at an overnight trip, so before we even started college, so I was kind of close to one person already. But also once I started taking classes, I met different people in my major who we had most classes together, and I started hanging out with them. But still, I was stressing about being homesick, being away from home, just different things in life. Like, I felt like I didn't fit in with different people. What should I eat? What should I do for my free time? Like, I was different from a lot of people. But I learned that those differences are my differences, and those are the best things that worked out for me. Like, my first year here at Marymount has taught me so much, but I grew to love Marymount, as cozy and how small as it is. No matter all the no parties we don't have, I still grew with Marymount and decided to stay here because I felt like it was my home. And I feel like everyone needs to find that homeliness, if you want to call it, at their own school and with a group of people. Like, you can't expect college to give you everything. Like, you have to put something in as well, and sometimes it will, and sometimes it might be hard, but like, things will work out in the end. You know, like, you can't say college is boring, college is hard, college is this, if you're not putting in your best effort. You have to make college life the best for you. You know, if that means going out of your way to talk to people and getting out of your comfort zone, getting involved with leadership positions, student government, emailing different people, getting an on-campus job, an off-campus job, talking to professors about internships early on. It doesn't matter. It will all work out for you if you put in the effort to be a college student.